make it into the round of 16 at Wimbledon after
Time now for a look at racing in Hong Kong, where punters pour, believe it or not, $55 billion a year into the Jockey Club's coffers. That's over $11 billion Australian. The club pays 12% of the turnover to the colony's government, this is the way it's split up, and gives away another $1 billion every year to charity. And it's all run by expatriate Aussies. The chief administrator is John Jeffs. He used to be racecourse manager at the Sydney Turf Club. The top money trainer is John Moore, the son of the legendary George Moore. His horses have won more than $17 million this year. And one of the top jockeys is former Sydney Hoop John Marshall. Randall Ashbourne compiled this offbeat look at the upbeat world of the richest racing centre in the universe.
Well, I arrived in 1989, Randall. Well, I'd been with the Sydney Turf Club for 17 years, and it was time for a change, and of course, we're better to come to than one of the most successful race clubs in the world.
You must have been out in here to stay, ready to take you around the way, so you're ready for this. Mind your own biz, cause I am bad, yeah, the microphone biz. Need to sit, go to school in the ditch, ready for this.
Well, I've been here 21 years now, 1971. When I left school, I decided that to continue my amateur career, I decided to come on to Hong Kong and try my luck up here, because I'd heard that at the time that the amateur racing was very, very big and there were some opportunities.
You just get closer, be impressed by the words I chose. So once again, kicking it live, doing everything yo just to survive. Above the law, I think I stand here on stage with a mic in my hand, busting it loud to the crowd. The age is 20, I'm from the south.
Well, this is my second season in Hong Kong. The season lasts 9 months, so I came like last season, last year, and you know, I basically came because I'd done everything. Hong Kong's the kind of place where you really have to grab the opportunity when it arises, because there's, you know, worldwide, when I put in my application, there was 150 other applications, so when you get the opportunity, you've virtually got to grab it. There's no time to sort of chew over whether to stay home or come here.
For the season thus far, we've turned over Hong Kong dollars 55 billion thus far, and even last night's meeting at Happy Valley, 6 races, 743 million, or round figures 150 million Australian, which is a lot of money in anybody's language.
The Chinese punter is the biggest in the world on the whole, and the Jockey Club in turn make a lot of money from that, and here we are, we're on one of the best racetracks in the world, we've got the best facilities, everything's done for the trainer up here with respect to the hiring and firing and everything. So I think from a trainer's point of view, this is sort of, you could say, Disneyland up here.
But in Hong Kong, the only form of gambling is racing, so, you know, they don't have the clubs with the poker machines or, you know, betting shops and stuff like that.
Y'all ready for this?
Just on 12% of that goes to the Hong Kong government, and on top of that, then there's about, in round figures, $1 billion a year goes towards charity, community affairs.
What sort of things do you spend it on?
swimming pools, schools, playgrounds, hospitals, all that sort of thing.
One of the locals said to me the other day that Hong Kong Jockey Club virtually runs Hong Kong.
Well, I don't know whether that's true, but it plays a dominant part in the Hong Kong government's local affairs, and I think it's all for the better of Hong Kong.
Feel the bass, you just get closer. Be impressed by the words I chose. So once again, kicking it live, doing everything yo just to survive. Above the law, I think I stand.
When I came there at the start of last season, I noticed a definite down in class of horse, but rapidly they've now opened up what the owner the amount he can spend on a horse, and the calibre of horse flesh this season has been outstanding, and I can see it really going ahead. So Hong Kong has the financial backing where they can catch up to the rest of the world quite quickly.
The quality of the horse in Hong Kong is definitely on the up and up since the Jockey Club have opened up the purchasing of yearlings at yearling sales with no ceiling, and also private purchases where now you can bring in Group 2 horses. It's been a steady process, but it will definitely make for champions, as you say. We're going to get more of them, and they're going to come along very, very quickly in the next few years.
No concerns about 1997 and what comes after?
I'm very optimistic. The way racing's going at the moment is just on the up and up, and I reckon Hong Kong will still be a force to reckon with anywhere in the world, any club.
Well, I'm contracted for another year with John Moore, so virtually it's year to year in Hong Kong. It's not really a long-term situation. It's pretty well year to year for all concerned. So, I'm home's still home, but it's not going anywhere.
Randall Ashbourne reporting, and the racing industry certainly alive and well and flourishing in the city of Hong Kong. Quite extraordinary. We'll take a break. When we return, we look at the race for the Olympic Games in the year 2000.